Dawson's Rentals.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with some Power Rangers Lightning Collection news updates. So I guess today, like an email or something went out to people that are like connected to Hasbro. It's like their third cousin or whatever, I don't know. But it's updating them on the Lightning Collection packaging. And the update is we are going to be returning to windowed packaging. You know, packaging where you can see through it and you can see the figure in there before you buy it. I'll put up a little screenshot real quick of what's been going around Twitter and stuff so you can see exactly what it says. It said, I think this year into 2024, so probably later this year, maybe summer, fall, I don't know when exactly it would start. But I think that was good news. You know, if you didn't know, the people were complaining about that, just like everything. People were complaining about every inch of Lightning Collection. But that's something definitely that's been coming up recently because they switched over all around to, you know, windowless packaging for their figures and stuff to be more eco-friendly and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it means like you can't see the figure you're buying, which sucks, especially for Lightning figures and of the like, because, you know, it's known for having QC problems. Even before this, you know, the broken figures we recently had, you would always have figures that might have like a paint splotch on the eye and stuff, so you can't go through and pick out which Red Ranger looks the best. And then people were feeling especially burned with that most recent wave that was broken because they felt like they were being purposely scammed, like they knew the figures were going to look awful and, you know, you can't see it until you get it out of the packaging. And so that's a good thing. I didn't think the whole scam thing was true. You know, I didn't even mind, honestly, I didn't even mind the window packaging that much. If I were to choose like Devil's Bargain, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't do a Devil's Bargain over something so stupid, but just for this scenario, I would rather have the figures be improved than the packaging, but hey, I think this is a good sign that they're listening. You know, I'm usually very much like, don't listen to the fans, but that only applies to like making the shows and stuff, but not the actual physical products you're buying. But in this case, I think it's a good sign that they listened, they're paying attention, so they know, you know, that this was a problem for various reasons. And the reason I think that's a good sign is obviously it's going to be changing this for the positive, for people that wanted the Windows packaging back. You know, you got Windows Vista packaging back. But I also think it's a good sign because it could mean, and I'm pretty sure it does mean, that they're aware of the significant problems we've had recently with them figures. No, sorry, sometimes I just randomly slip into accents, but so I'm sure they're aware of it. I mean, even if they don't fix it, I'm sure they're aware. You know, there was a lot of talk going around when that wave came out about the broken figures, so I'm sure they're aware, but I think that's a good sign that they're aware that it became a problem. If they recognize that this became a problem, and to be fair, they recognized that it's not just Power Rangers, it's all the other waves. So maybe there was complaints across the board, so there was enough noise made to change this. But I think that shows that there was maybe enough noise made about the broken figures that hopefully future waves are improved, because I think that's the most significant problem. Lightning Collection has never been perfect. There's things that need to be fixed and ironed out, but all of it was very much, for me, maintenance work until that, where it was actually then like a real problem and not like he's missing a paint detail like 4 people are going to notice. It was like, yeah, this is a real problem. So I'm hoping that this is a good sign. I'm not going to get my hopes up, you know, just in case, but I'm hoping it's a good sign that they are going to be improving future waves. And I think it's a good sign too. And this obviously wasn't a direct response because just in the logic of how these are produced, it's not like they could just all of a sudden crap out another good figure after the bad wave. But I think it's a good sign that, like, after that terrible wave, we had 2 of what in my opinion are some of the strongest Lightning releases, or Lightning-related releases with Astro Megazord. You know, that's not a Lightning figure, it's a Megazord, but I think that was a good one. And it was not only just a good figure, but it was an improvement over the Zap stuff as well. You know, I know there were some people that still had their problems. There's people that are gonna hate Hasbro no matter what, but I think that was an improvement across the board. And then, of course, the Blue Centurion. And to be fair, again, that was meant to be like a higher-end version, like a deluxe figure. It's taller. That's all you need to know. It's taller. Like, it still was the same figure, but just taller, so it's better. No, but it was, you know, it was a bigger figure. You know, it's like $10 more, although it went on clearance pretty fast. But, yeah, it was meant to be a deluxe figure, so that's why it was better than your standard figure. But I thought that was a good little, like, show of faith in a way for me, that, you know, it seemed kind of like, oh man, the Lightning figure is going to be bad for a while, and it was nice that like 2 releases immediately after that were really good. Like I was really happy about that. So I think that's a good reason to think there's going to be hope. I don't think it's ever going to be perfect. You know, I would love for it to be as good as possible, you know, send my hopes to the atmosphere. I don't know what I'm saying. I hope it's as good as it can get, you know, but I'm not expecting, you know, it to be life-changing. I'm not expecting every figure to suddenly be like Figure Arts detail. I'm just hoping we kind of get back right to the middle. I feel like we were, for a good period of time, kind of like right in the middle of the general Hasbro figure quality, you know, since I've paid attention to the Black Series and the Marvel Legends, because they've put out those for years before they even bought Power Rangers, and I feel like with those figures, for the most most part, you kind of have this general middle level of quality where, you know, you might have some problems here and there with, oh, this guy's leg is loose or this foot pops off, but generally the quality of the plastic and the figures is the same, which is overall solid. And then in regards to the look and quality, it can just kind of vary. Sometimes you'll get ones that are absolutely amazing and just knock it out of the park, and then sometimes you'll get ones that are less than stellar, but at least it's not like the whole wave breaks and you have to return your Izzy figure 3 times. So I'm hoping to just at least get back to there. That's honestly all I want. Like, again, I'm hoping for the absolute best for us to get it as best as possible, but I'm just hoping to get back to sort of where we were, where the biggest complaint was like, oh, the Zeo Ranger's visors are gray instead of white. Like, no big deal. Like, that's like peanuts compared to, you know, breaking figures and them feeling like the cheapo Turbo Man doll. One thing I also am happy about is, in regards to the packaging, is that we're not going to be having them wrapped up in like the tissue paper and the sandwich paper anymore. Like, I thought that was a bad look, and also, I mentioned this in reviews and videos before, but like, it has the figure, when you get the figure out, it's like this, and it feels like it's more likely to get like damaged in transit because it's so loose in the packaging, like when you're transporting it from your store to the house. I don't know why you own the store, but you know what I mean. For me, I'm kind of still in the same place in regards to what I'm doing with the Lightning Collection. I'm basically just like for sure picking up like my favorites, the ones that I can't miss or don't want to miss just in case they don't come back around again. But then I'm just kind of keeping an eye out on the rest, you know. I mentioned in my other video that that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Also, just they're not as fun to cover even before this you know, mess with the quality. Like I said, Lightning Collection figures haven't been that fun to cover in the recent years because, I mean, in part because they can be repetitive reviews, especially when I find them, some of them to be of similar quality, and you kind of just go through the same beats, and it's kind of like reviewing the gimmicks in like Sentai and Rider, where it's like, this is like the same thing, but it's just all it amounts to is whether you want to collect all of them or you just want these and stuff like that. But also just the community has gotten so toxic about it. It's no fun to review when, you know, 80% of the comments are like conspiracy theories about Hasbro trying to take over the world and kill the brand and stuff. So I'm putting a little bit of a balance to my reviews now, where I'm basically only going to be picking up the things that I for sure want, that I'm not missing out on, and then keeping an eye on the quality for the future. You know, I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on it now that I know they're probably aware of it, and hope that future waves are better. Like I said, I never did end up picking up a third Izzy figure, so that'll be a hole in my collection, but I didn't want to do it a third time, you know, and plus if I did it a third time, Amazon was going to think I had some sort of weird fetish for ordering Izzy figures and breaking them and then returning them. Alright, but that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you happy that they are stopping the windowless packaging? Are you thinking this might be a good sign for the future for the quality control? Let me know in the comments as always. Also, just real quick at the end, you might have seen I uploaded a different video earlier today, which was some Dino Fury figures. I was kind of in a hurry today when I was leaving to go see a movie. I went to go see Mario, which was awesome, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I was in a rush and I accidentally uploaded the error file, so I apologize. That fixed review should be up tomorrow for all 5 of you that care. But anyways, guys, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.